Hello everyone, today our topic is how to import Google Contacts in Google Sheets. So in this video, I'm going to set up a workflow and I'm going to schedule this workflow for once. So I'm going to schedule it for once, and after scheduling it, I'm going to use Google Contact and I'm going to get all the contact details and all the contacts that I have in Google Contacts. So after getting the details of the contacts, I'm going to import them automatically in my Google Sheet, and I'm also going to show you how you can import new Google Contacts in Google Sheet. For that, you have to create a simple connection between Google Contacts and Google Sheet. So for that, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use schedule by Pabbly. In action application, I'm going to first use Google Contacts and then I'm going to use Google Sheets. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can import Google Contacts in Google Sheets. So I have thousands of contacts in Google Contacts. Now what I want is that I want to add all these contacts in my Google Sheet to have a backup of all my contacts. But if I'm going to do this manually, it will eat all my time. So here I want to do this automatically. And for that, I have a solution, which is Pabbly Connect. And with the help of Pabbly Connect, I can automatically import the existing and the new contacts that I will add in my Google Contacts in my Google Sheets. So for this, I just have to build a simple connection between Google Contacts and Google Sheets. And for that, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to import Google Contacts in Google Sheets. Now I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this I'm going to select this folder of Google Contacts and I'm going to click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first. And first I'm going to show you how you can import your existing Google Contacts in Google Sheet. So for that, we have to first use schedule by Pabbly. So I'm going to select schedule by Pabbly as my trigger. So I'm going to select this. Now I have these three tabs and I only want this workflow to work once so that I can add all the existing contacts that I have in my Google Contacts in my Google Sheets in one go. So for that, I have to open this tab and I'm going to select this option of once. So my workflow is only going to work once. Now I have to select the time and date when I want this workflow to work. So I can select any time and date that I want. So for selecting the time and date, I have to click here, and here I can select the dates and time. So my date will be 17th of Feb and my timing will be of 12 PM. So I have selected my time. Now I'm going to click on save and I have scheduled my workflow successfully. Now what I want is, now I want to import the existing contacts that I have in my Google Contacts in my Google Sheet. So for that, I have to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab and here my action application will be Google Contacts. So I'm going to select Google Contacts as my action application and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this tab, I have this option of get all contacts. So this is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and now I'm going to connect Google Contacts with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will sign in with Google. And now I just have to click on allow to give access to my account. So I'm going to click here and my connection here is successful. Now I have to select the page size. So here I have to select the number of connections that I have in my Google Contacts. So my number is valid through 1 to 1000. So I'm going to type 1000 here And now I have to give a page token. So if you have more than 1000 contacts, then you have to change the page and you will get that page token from Google Contacts. So I don't have a page token. So I'm going to leave this blank and I have to sort my orders. So I'm going to open this tab and here I have this option of sorting my contacts. So here I'm going to select this option of first name ascending. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to toggle this response of simple response off. So why I have done this? Because I have a lot of contacts in my Google Contacts, and when I will use the simple response, it is going to give me the contact details one by one, and I will have a lot of data which is difficult for me to manage. So I'm going to use dynamic response. So by that, I'm going to get the response of all the contacts in an array format. So I'm going to click on save and send as request button. And here I have received this response. So in this array format, I have the details of all the contacts that I have in my Google Contacts. And this is the number of people that I have in my Google Contacts, and these are the total items. So I have only 5 contacts. So I'm going to show you how I can import these in Google Sheet. So for that, I have to add another actions tab. So first I'm going to process the array format that I have received from Google Contacts. So for that, I'm going to use iterator by Pabbly. So I'm going to select this iterator. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and process arrays will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect iterator by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. Now I have to choose my array. So I'm going to open this tab. And in this, I have only one array in my Google Contact. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we have received this response. So in this, we have this resource name, which is also the ID of my contact. So I can search my contact by using this ID. And in this, I have the name and the email addresses of my contacts. So, but I'm not going to use this name and email address. I'm only going to use this ID. And by using this ID, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up one more action step. So I'm going to click here. And in this, again, I'm going to use Google Contacts. So I'm going to select Google Contacts here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And in this, I have this option of get a contact. So I'm going to get the specific contacts by using this action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Google Contacts with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click here on connect. And I have already connected Google Contacts. So I'm going to use this existing connection. So I'm going to click on save. Now I have this tab of contacts. So I have to give the contact that I want to search. So here what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to open this response of mapping. And I'm going to clear this default response. And here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to map the contact ID that I have received from the iterator response. And here I'm going to use mapping. So what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open this response of iterator by Pabbly. And in this response, I have this contact ID. So I'm going to map this. And by using this contact ID, I'm going to search for this particular contact and I'm going to get the details of all that contact. So I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here I have received all the details of my contact. So this is the name of my contact, which is demo user. This is the email address. And here we have this random phone number. So here I have received the details of the specific contact. Now what is going to happen is, by using the iterator, it is going to process my array and it is going to give me the details of new contacts one by one. So when my workflow is going to schedule, then what is going to happen is that it is going to process my array and it is going to give me the details of all the contacts that I have in my Google Contacts one by one. Similarly, whenever I will get new contact ID by iterator by Pabbly, it is going to map the new IDs one by one, and I'm going to get all the details of the existing contacts here by using these two steps. Now what I need to do is I need to add these details in my Google Sheet. So for that, I'm going to add my last action step, and here my last action application will be Google Sheets. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here, and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and add new row will be my action event. Now I'm going to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will sign in with Google. And again, I have to click on allow to give access to my account. And my connection here is successful. Now here I have all these tabs, and first I have to select my spreadsheet. So for selecting the spreadsheet, I have to go to Google Sheet. And here I'm using this spreadsheet of Google Contacts and we are in sheet 1. And in this, we have these 3 columns: name, email, and mobile number. So I'm going to map all these details in Pabbly Connect. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And for selecting the spreadsheet, I have to open this tab. And here you will find all the spreadsheets that are connected with your Google Sheet account. So I'm going to use this Google Contacts spreadsheet. So I'm going to select this. And here we can see all the details have changed according to my spreadsheet. So I have these 3 columns: name, email, and the mobile number. So I'm going to map all the details here. So first I'm going to map the name of my contact. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open this response of Google Contacts. So I'm going to open this. And in this, I have this name of my contact, which is demo. And I'm going to give a space and I will map this family name, which is user. So this is the name of my contact, which is demo user. Now I need the email address. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response. And here, this is my email address. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map my mobile numbers. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Contact. And here, this is the mobile number. So I'm going to map this. So I have mapped all the details here and I'm going to click on save. So my data is saved successfully. Now here I have set up my workflow and now I'm going to wait for my scheduler to work. So when my schedule time will arrive, this workflow is going to work. In scheduler, what I have done is that I have selected a time on which I want my workflow to work. So whenever that time will arrive, this workflow is going to work and all these steps are going to start working. And what is going to happen is that I'm going to get all the contacts that I have in my Google Contacts, and by using the iterator, it is going to process all the contacts one by one, and then it is going to get the details of all the contacts by using this particular actions tab. And after getting all the details of all the contacts that I have in my Google Contacts, I'm going to add those details in my Google Sheet. So my schedule time is here. Now this workflow has worked. Now I will go back to my Google Sheet. So here in my Google Sheet, we can see that I have imported all the contacts that I have in my Google Contacts automatically in my Google Sheet. So these are the 5 contacts that I have in my Google Contacts. And by using the workflow that I've just created and by scheduling it, it has scheduled in the time that we have selected and it has imported all the Google Contacts in my Google Sheet. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And this is how you can import all the existing contacts that you have in your Google Contacts, and you will get this workflow link in this video description. So you can clone this workflow and you can just connect your accounts and you can use this workflow. Now I'm going to show you how you can add the new Google contact that you are going to create automatically in your Google Sheet. So for that, I'm going to open one more workflow. And by setting up this workflow, you can add all the new Google contacts that you will create in your Google Contacts account automatically in your Google Sheet. So here what you have to do is you have to first set up your trigger, and in trigger application you have to select Google Contacts, and in trigger event you have to select new or updated contact. Then you have to set up your actions tab, and in your actions tab you have to select Google Sheets as your action application, and your action event will be add new row. So this is how you will add all the new Google contacts that you will create in Google Contacts automatically in your Google Sheet. So whenever a new Google contact will be created, then automatically that contact detail will be added in your Google Sheet. So this is how I have created all these 2 workflows, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflows in the description. So you can either clone them and you can just connect your accounts and you can use them and you can check them out. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.